actionfiguresresource.com.
This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Top 10 countdown for Action Figure Resource. Now you'll notice as we go through these that it's almost exactly chronological. Now this is because by and large the craftsmanship on these figures gets better and better as the years go on, from their humble roots in the original Playmates line all the way through to the Nickelodeon show figures. The sculpts, articulation, paintwork, accessories and features just get better and better. So we'll start with number 10, and I needed a summation of the early figures that tied in with the cartoon at the height of Turtle Mania. I went with the 1989 Casey Jones, as he is a perfect example of how to turn a potentially disturbing character, in this case a sports equipment wielding vigilante hiding behind a Jason Voorhees style hockey mask, into something cool that little kids would want to play with. Next up at number 9, I've selected a rarity, but one that should have gotten his way into more shelves and into our collections because he was a constant fixture of the cartoon. Krang, in his robot dummy body from 1991, was singularly of that time and place. All bright colours, wacky techno junk and big soft features. What he lacks in articulation, he makes up for in personality. Special mention along the way here for the movie star figures, which to a degree capture the likeness of the on-screen turtles as designed by Jim Henson's Creature Shop. These ones here are custom updates repainted by the Lost Prowler that look even better. Jump forwards more than 10 years to the 2003 relaunch of the Turtles for our number 8. Again, it was Playmates riffing on their previous designs, only this time the animated show was closer to the toys. Usagi Yojimbo here, literally translated as Rabbit Bodyguard, is a visiting guest from another 1984 underground comic book featuring anthropomorphic martial artist creatures. The original was one of my favourites among the early line, and this one is an improvement. At 7, after the 2003 show brought the four brothers back to the streets, the beautifully animated TMNT movie in 2007 provided the world with, in this reviewer's humble opinion, the best incarnation so far. One of the key plot lines involves Raphael here as a masked, motorbike-riding vigilante, the Night Watcher. Now this Playmates figure is a powerhouse of attitude. And of course comes with the motorbike. At 6, from that same movie, comes my favourite representation of Splinter, as voiced in the 2007 movie by Marco Iwamatsu, shortly before he passed away. Splinter here has always been roughly the same, noble rat in a red or grey robe with a staff and occasionally a bow, a fixed point we can all depend upon, and this Playmates movie version has some lovely expressive detail. At 5, from the recent 2013 Playmates Classics line, comes a supersized remake of Bebop from the 80s cartoon series. Again, like Krang's early depiction, he and his dumb buddy Rhino Rocksteady is one of the touchstones of that era, and hasn't been replicated since. Fans will note the punky sunglasses drawn from the Frank Miller artwork that inspired the original Turtles comics. At 4, from the same line, is Leonardo, or Leo to his brothers. This guy is specifically designed not only to evoke our memories of the first Turtles figures, but to update them with a larger scale since we've all grown up so much as well, and detail not present in the original, including pupils in the eyes, silver-bladed swords with blue hilts as opposed to the solid brown plastic of yesteryear, and let's not forget, killer articulation. At 3, from the brilliant new 2012 animated Nickelodeon show comes many folks' new favourite brother, the very geeky Donatello played by Rob Paulsen, who also played Raph in the 80s. Donnie here is again rendered by Playmates in a 2014 third edition which elaborates upon the original, adding a more accurate head sculpt with a distinctive missing tooth, more articulation and a heroic weapon stash actually inside his half shell. These updated figures are actually less textured than the first Nickelodeon line, making them closer to their on-screen counterparts. At 2, we take our only step back in time to 2008 when NECA briefly handled the Turtles action figure line and made some truly exceptional adult collector-focused figures, rendering the 1984 Mirage comic of their origin. This convention-exclusive limited edition full Turtles set is monochrome to be even more accurate, making them a true museum piece of Turtle history. They come with combining street bases and accessories and are just dripping attitude and ninja skills. Before we get to number 1, special mention must be made of the Lego Turtles, which are some of the most fun and expressive in a lineage that prizes those two things greatly. And since the new Michael Bay produced movie needs a nod, it's worth mentioning the April figure for those of you who would like to own a tiny little Megan Fox. And at number 1. It pains me once again to dangle a figure in front of you so expensive and hard to obtain it will haunt your collecting dreams. From the Japanese Revoltech line of miniature, superposable, super detailed and super accurate figures comes Michelangelo from the Nickelodeon show. This little guy is only 12 centimeters high, yet commands over £50 on eBay. He comes with whirling nunchucks, a streetlight stand to suspend his ninja moves, and a second head. This line is particularly notable for giving us the four brothers exactly as they are seen on screen, eyeballs and all. However, if you want all four, be prepared to eat a lot of ramen noodles for a while. No pizza takeout for you. So what do you guys think? We have to have missed some of your favourites, so note down your personal top 10s in the comments section. Remember to subscribe and be sure to check out our other videos, including a review of Leonardo and a short history of the franchise. This is Action Figure Resource. I've been Alex Shaw, and I have always liked Cowabunga.
Action Figures Resource actionfiguresresource.com